I am calling to order the meeting on Tuesday, February 27th, and it is 6:33 p.m. Notice of recording this meeting of the Barnstable Youth Commission is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable's Government Access Channel in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20. The chair must inquire whether anyone is recording this meeting, and if so, please make their presence known.
Sandra Merritt recording the meeting as a backup for the minutes.
Perfect. The meeting will be replayed via Xfinity Channel 8 or High Definition 1072. It may also be accessed via the Government Access Channel live video on demand archives on the Town of Barnstable website. All right, and then roll call. So Eric Arbogiev, Maddie Boyle,
Here.
Megan Garthy,
Here.
Daniel Gomes,
Here.
Alonda Grant, Piper Hunt.
She's gonna try to make it later.
Yeah, she'll be here. Jaden Jeffries he's not here. Flynn Cajun here. Sophie Macknick,
Here.
Connor O'Reilly,
Here.
Blake O'Reilly,
Here.
Michaela Stanfull,
Here.
and Mary Steinelber.
Here.
Great. And would anyone like to make a motion to act on the minutes of January 27th? Or no, 23rd, sorry.
I would like a motion to wait. What's the phrasing again?
Make
You
a
want to
motion.
make the motion.
I want to make a motion to act on the minutes of January 23rd, 2024. Ooh, yeah.
I second.
Great.
Blake O'Reilly.
Let's vote. Maddie Boyle,
Yes.
Megan Garthy,
Yes.
Daniel Gomes,
Yes.
Alonda Grant,
Yes.
okay, Flynn Cajun, yes. Sophie Macknick,
Yes.
Connor O'Reilly,
Yes.
Blake O'Reilly,
Yes.
Michaela Stanfull, Michaela.
Oh, sorry, I'm driving, so I don't know if you guys can hear me. Can you hear me?
Can you hear you now?
Yes.
Okay, then Mary Steinelber.
Yes.
Wait. All right. Public comment.
I don't see any members of the public here, so let's move on.
All right. So first thing is the job fair. Take it away.
Hi, guys. I'm Amy Harwood, Planning and Development. I have been helping out with organizing the businesses and preparation for the Youth Job Fair. We sent out a follow-up email or press release today that's kind of just going over who has signed up. We've got 40 businesses that have signed up. George and I have been working with the communications to get the word out. We created a graphic that I think either George has sent around or he will send it around to all of you guys. It's in a PNG or JPEG format, so it's easy to to post and send by text. So hopefully you guys can all get the word out to your peers. And not sure whether there's been any communication with the television station at the high school. Has anybody been able to reach them, and have they been able to help promote it? Do you know? Anyone in the subcommittee?
I don't think we ever talked about that. I think that's the first I've heard of it. So,
And then all call. That was the other thing on my list. Is there an all call that's gonna be done next week?
So we tried to do an all call for the food drive, and I was told by my superiors that it's only to be used during emergencies. So I
Okay.
don't know if we're going to be able to do it for this event.
Okay.
But any of the Barnstable kids, do you guys know when the next B2B show is going to be?
I think they do it like every couple weeks, but Jaden's on it, and I feel like he did say he was gonna do something with it at one point, but
Okay.
I don't know if he ever actually
Okay.
did.
It would be good too if we could get someone to talk to Doc to see if he could have the what do you call that special time that you guys have? Advisory.
The advisory.
Maybe talk about it during advisory before next week.
Yeah, like if they
I-
could like send out an email to like the teachers. or
Yeah, so
something.
someone wants to talk to Doc about that because he's the one that does that planning for the advisory. So I
That
don't
would
know
be
if you know.
great.
Do you guys know Doc? Do you know what I mean by Doc? I only know by Doc, but
I think Mary said.
Mary, you
Or
know
is that why
Doc?
you're raising your hand?
Well, yeah, but I was also raising my hand because I know Miss Friedman put our flyer in the update thing. Like
Mhm.
that's like on the weekly thing. It's like, oh, like yada yada. The
Yep.
job. Well, like
Awesome.
yeah, like the thing.
The thing.
It's like
Yeah,
colorful.
the weekly updates
Yeah,
that they do. Yeah.
yes, the poster, the flyer, that's what I'm thinking
Yeah.
of.
Yada yada works.
Yada yada.
Yada yada. We know what you're talking about.
So we sent
No.
the yada yada to all the other high schools as well. And George and I have been, or George brought all his posters around. So there's some 10 by 10 actual posters of the yada yada that, oh, okay, of what we are sending out to everybody. And that's also what's on the post for, thank you so much, Wendy. For the I believe the town's Facebook page is going to have that post. But they were also saying, if B2B can, the communication staff had suggested B2B have something. So it's sounding like they already did, which is great. So the other things I have not heard from radio stations. I don't know if you have, George, because your name was on the
No,
press
nothing.
releases. Okay, and getting late now, but is there anybody on the youth commission that would be willing to go and be on a radio station next week?
I can do it.
Okay, what's
Yeah,
your schedule?
I'm on break next week, so I have March break, so I'm off next week and the week after that. So I
Okay,
can do whenever except Wednesday, which is the job fair. But
right. Yeah, and it would probably be, I'm thinking I might even be able to get something happening on Friday because I know the chamber has something that they do on Frank FM on Fridays. So let me work on that. Can you do me a favor, George? Can I get her email address and then I'll touch base with you when I can. But is that Flynn that was just on? Okay.
Yep.
Great.
I'll send you tomorrow in the office. Okay.
Awesome.
Actually, Amy, before I forget, speaking of Flynn, Cape Cod Academy was not on our list for schools.
I am gonna put it in the newsletter. I just reached out to the lady who like puts ads, or not like ads, but like things in the newsletter. And I like spoke to her about it a couple weeks ago. I was like, oh, I have something for the youth commission. Like, when I get the flyer, I'm gonna send it to you. And she was like, okay. So I just emailed her today and told her that like I would write like a little paragraph write up about it and then send her the flyer so she could put that in the newsletter that goes out on Friday.
Okay, great. I'll send that to you tomorrow and I'll send you the press release too. And you can take whatever wording from that if you want.
That'd
That's
be great.
great. Thank you. So the other thing that I did was I created a flyer that can be handed out on the buses and to the kids the day of. It's got a QR code that goes to a registration, just a sign up that basically asks for the student's name, which school they came from, what grade they're in, how they heard about the job fair and how they got to the job fair. Which is exactly what we asked the last year and I think the year before. I thought about doing the flyer because of the bottleneck that happens. You know, when kids come off of those two buses from Barnstable High School, normally there's like this big rush, and we want them all to sign in because that's how we get the number of kids, the attendance that that's going there. So that is important. But I thought, you know, if we can get as many kids signing up and registering just before they get there, but not too early. Like you don't want anybody registering that's not going to go. So it's important to save those flyers. And again, I'll send those to you as well so you can see them. But it basically looks like that yada yada, the poster, but it basically says, hey, welcome, you know, sign in here, and then you can go enter the job fair. And I also have 4 iPads that we can use, or they're tablets actually, that we can use to help kids sign up when they get there. And we'll also have some of these bus flyers hung up on the doors when they enter. The other thing, I talked to the League of Women Voters. They are going to come and they're going to have a table in the lobby, but they're going to have 3 volunteers with us, and they're going to help us encourage the parents to go down to the parent lounge, down to the Shepley room. And the Shepley room will have like 3 round tables with chairs around them. George is going to bring his cornhole and have them, you know, it'll be just something that they can do away from the job fair room. You're not going to get everybody to go there, but it will be really important for all of you guys to be in the lobby, helping kids register, encouraging them to enter the job fair. And I think the League of Women Voters and other adults will be there to wrangle the parents, and, you know, as many of them as we can, we'll keep them out of the job fair. The only other things that we really need to do is, because that press release went out today, I imagine that there'll be more businesses that might sign up between now and then. So we'll wait a few days and then start thinking about how we're going to set up the room. Right now, more than half of the businesses hire kids between 14 and 15, which is awesome. That's what we want. There's not a lot of 16, 17, 18-year-old. I mean, they hire them too, but there's not a lot of them that start at 16, 17, 18. The ones that are 18 are going to be AmeriCorps, the military, Hyannis Fire, and we'll have those set up at the back of the room, much like we've done in the past, and then split up the rest of the room. So there's, you know, the younger kids are on, you know, one area, and then the older kids are in another area, and we can use the nameplates again, like we did last year, and indicate the different age groups with the sticker, with a colored sticker, and put the number. That's the other thing that we got last year. The actual age number should be on the sticker on each of the nameplates on the table.
Yeah. So do we want GIS to make that chart again, like a big chart of that?
Yes, great idea. I forgot about that. Yeah. So I have that. I think I have that in last year's folder. I'll dig that up, and then we can make adjustments to that. And
yeah, just so everyone knows where the dots are.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in regards to this, yeah. In regards to the sign in for the kids, remember we said we were gonna get, I haven't bought them yet, but I was gonna get the Amazon gift card so we could raffle off.
Yes. Which is another great reason to get kids to, you know, to register.
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
So
sounds good. We talked about doing a prize for the businesses too. I don't know if that's something that you still want to do, or
a prize for the businesses?
Yeah, I thought we were gonna, that might have been something that Kat had suggested that we had talked about, but I think it's more important for right now to encourage the kids to sign up, and that's a good, good little bonus for them.
What time do you want us to be there on Wednesday? Because I know that it starts at 2:30, but to like set up and get all the tables set up and the tablets with the stuff and
Yeah.
all
I think,
posters.
I think last year it was around 12:30, but we set up pretty quick, and then it was like a lot of hurry up and
Then
wait.
just DoorDash food the whole time, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
So, but no, I mean, I don't mind 12:30.
okay, that
So
works.
again,
good.
I know some of you guys will need notes for dismissal. That just popped in my head now.
Yep.
So I will do that tonight. I'll tell you what, just do me a favor. Just send to me in the chat that you need a note. And that way I can make sure I send it out. And your house number, please, or your house letter, whatever it is. All right.
You wear
Should we, I forget whether we had students at the school, like where the kids were getting on the bus, or whether there was somebody there last year, but I kind of think maybe there should be.
I see. I'm sorry. I don't remember if we had or not last year.
Yeah.
I think go ahead.
I just think if we're going to encourage them to be registering before they get there on the bus, it would be good to have somebody with those flyers, in the QR code. So as kids are on the, getting on the bus or waiting to get on the bus, they can,
Well, it would need to be it would need to be someone with a car. So,
right. Okay. Well, if it doesn't happen, I sent that flyer or a copy of it to Erin Eastman, and I think that's the right person to send it to.
Yeah.
Right?
And the bus leaves from by the auditorium, correct? That's what it's done the last couple of years, hasn't it?
I think so.
I don't recall. How many buses are there? Is it going to be just one?
There's two.
Two buses.
Two buses.
And Barnstable's the only school that has the bus?
Correct.
Okay. I can help out with that as well. So
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, because you probably can't make it until after school's out anyway, right?
yeah. I can make it earlier too, but I can start off at the HYCC at 12:30, then shoot down. What time is the bus dismissed? 2:15 or something like that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably 2:15. I think they
Okay,
got there
yeah,
a
so I'll
little
shoot
early
back.
last year.
Yeah, I'll shoot back at the end of school, and then I'll have a stack of those forms, and we'll make sure kids are registering on the bus.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Okay.
And then that'll, avoid some of that bottleneck, hopefully, because I think, just looking at the sign-in sheets from last year, it was a big rush, and I remember there just being a lot of, kind of confusion. Kids didn't really know where to go, that kind of a thing. So,
Okay. And also, I think our agency wants to get a table too. So
great.
I'll have to talk to somebody about how to set that up.
Okay. I will reserve a table for you. Are you going to bring your own table, or should I?
I don't know what the guys have, so let's plan on your table if you have it.
Okay.
And then yeah, so we'll be there for that too.
Okay. Sounds good. So George, 41 tables. So
I reserved the tables from BACC, so we should be fine.
Awesome. So some businesses are going to have 2 people. Some businesses can only send 1. We suggested 2 because we thought, like one could be talking with students and another could be, doing their thing, or whatever, like it gets really busy that first hour. It'll be interesting to see how it ends at 4:30, if there's still a lot of people there or not, which would be a good thing, I think. The job board, I updated the job board as well on the website. That was another thing that we started a couple of years ago. So the businesses that are going to be at the event I listed them on the job board, and then I just left all the other businesses that have been in there the last couple of years. I had emailed all of the businesses and said, hey, this event's coming up. I've actually emailed the ones that didn't respond twice and said, hey, just so you know, your jobs are still on the job board. If you need to change anything, get back to me. So I haven't heard from anybody that wants to drop off of the job board. Some couldn't come to the event, but again, it's a good resource. If people aren't able to get there on next Wednesday, they'll still have a place on businessbarnstable.com that they can go to, to look at the businesses that are hiring the youth. So I'll make sure and put all of this in an email and send it, through George to everybody. And then again, I think on Wednesday, if everybody can be there as close to 12:30, that'll give us plenty of time to set up the tables and get the, kind of the setup the way we want it. Last time when the businesses checked in, we gave them their nameplate and told them to go to the section and pick their own table. Are you guys okay with that again this year? So we're not like assigning people a table, or do you want to assign people a table so that floor plan is accurate?
I don't think I think if it's like an 8 in the age section, it should be fine. Because we're gonna know how many businesses per like age group. And so if we just tell them like, hey, you can pick a table like within these 2 rows, they can
Yeah.
go just so we like have the age location, but we don't really need to know exactly where the businesses are.
Yep, sounds good. And then they'll have like a nameplate with their, 14 and up or whatever, whatever their age group is. So the other ones that are non employers that are going to be there are the CCRTA, League of Women Voters, excuse me, and CORD. So just those 3 are ones that requested tables that have been there in the past. So I think that's all I got right now.
Amy, is Kat going to be there with Mass Hire?
Yes. Yeah.
Where are they going to be?
Excuse me. It's all right. In the lobby, and I believe they're also going to have a table. They usually have the wheel with the prize wheel that they do.
Okay.
So that's another one so they have jobs for 16, 17-year-olds. So technically they are an employer, but they're also going to be helping out in the parent lounge. So
Okay. Yeah.
talking about labor laws and, different programs that they offer. Excuse me.
Does anyone have any more questions about the job fair? Or like any more comments about it? I think most of it was covered. Just make sure that we're there at 12:30 and youth commission stuff. Mary, was your hand raised?
Yeah. The only issue is I won't have a ride like at around that time. So I'm like I don't know. I forget the
I
word.
can pick you up. I don't have
Okay.
school. So if
Yeah,
anyone
Connor and I can probably drive you too, since we're already at the school.
That's fair.
Yeah, so if anybody from anywhere needs rides, just let us know because I know I don't have school. I don't want to like sign Piper up because she's not here, but Piper will be around, I think, because she's also on break and she's going to be at the job fair. So if someone else needs a ride, I'm sure if you reached out to Piper, she wouldn't mind picking anyone up. But don't hesitate to reach out because a few of us can drive and like it would just be easier to carpool anyways. But is that all for the job fair? All right. The next thing is the youth summit. So
I'm
it's
gonna
a
go, guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Amy.
See you next week.
Yep. So it says we have the BACC booked and the speakers, so that's great news. George?
Yeah, so BACC's booked. I finally got a hold of Dynamic Influence to finalize that one, but we're all set with speakers. We're all set with the facility. So next thing is like, and I know Jaden said I got to reach out to someone about from National Honor Society and peer leaders so they can help us with bodies for that event, because Lord knows we're going to need bodies, because I mean, it's a lot. So we have to make sure we have plenty of peer leaders there to do the breakout rooms, and we're covered there. So
What is the final date of what is the
it's Thursday, May 23rd.
oh
I always mess up this date.
yeah, it's the 23rd. I have it in my calendar. I don't know why I was even asking.
That's the day before our last day of school, actually.
Yeah.
Really?
So,
At least it's not on my prom again.
sorry.
It's
Sorry
okay.
about that.
It's
All
okay. It wasn't your fault.
Well, kind of was, but
It's okay. I didn't even know when prom was when we scheduled it last year, so we're fine.
so, but yeah, so we're all the major stuff is set for like the big stuff. So now the work becomes getting the peer leaders, getting getting the clubs, getting that stuff going. So that's going to fall on the subcommittee, especially the Barnstable High School students, because like they're the ones in the school every day. So you guys got to keep me posted on what you need from help from me. I'll reach out to I'll ask Jaden tomorrow. I've been really swamped at work because I've been kind of covering a couple of people while they're out. So, I've got a lot on my plate right now, but I will reach out to Jaden tomorrow and see about who I need to speak to, whoever it was either Mrs. N or Mrs. H. I don't know who it was. That I need to speak to the school, and I'll go from there. All right.
Did you say you needed NHS people too, or is that?
I should have said peer leaders. I was thinking of the food drive, to be honest with you. There, like, I apologize because, like,
No, I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
yeah. So, I mean, if we need more peer leaders, it wouldn't be a bad way to go, National Honor Society. But we should try peer leaders first and see if we get enough. So,
Great. Do we have anything else for the youth summit at the moment?
I don't think so.
George, do you want me to start making a schedule?
To be honest with you, Connor, nothing's really changed this year from last year. So I figured probably just use last year's schedule again. Don't you think?
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we're using the same speakers. It's the same houses. I just,
Okay.
I don't think there was really an issue with the schedule last year, was there?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, I think it actually worked out pretty good. Everyone kind of flowed nicely.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Mary?
Yeah, sorry.
No, don't apologize.
Okay.
Speak.
Well, sorry for apologizing. Um,
Ugh.
the youth summit is the one with like the clubs, right? Like
Yes.
okay. So I forget if I mentioned this before, but I can definitely try and get like the pep band in.
Yeah.
But like I wanted to like say that out loud now that we're like a little bit closer. Just
Yeah,
'cause
music is
I'm
key.
desperate
Let's
for the music department to get more people, just a little.
You're not going to be at Six Flags again, right?
Right, I will not this time.
All right.
I'm so excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, definitely want music there.
Yeah, I'll let department head and Mr. McGuire know.
Awesome.
Jaden did a good job with organizing the clubs last year, so you can probably talk to him too about it.
Yeah.
All right. Debrief of the food drive.
Yeah. So it went really well, I thought. This is our first time doing it, obviously. We raised $1,835 in monetary donations, and then over $5,000 in food donations as well, which is awesome.
That is impressive. Congratulations to you all.
Yeah, good job, everybody. Especially thank you, George, and thank you, Sergeant Russo. You guys were really helpful at the sites you guys were at.
I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
No, it was a good time.
Two people didn't show up. I was like, thank God George is there.
Yeah, no, I
That
mean
was crazy.
that was kind of a bummer for the, but like that stuff happens. You sign up for stuff a while in
Yeah.
advance and stuff like that. You don't know about trips and stuff like that. But I mean, I actually thought doing it on Super Bowl Sunday was actually a pretty smart idea because so many people, including myself, had to go to the store and get stuff for that night. So it worked out great. The format was great. I was very the first group of honor society kids we had at my location were very, very good. Little shy at first,
Yeah.
took them a little bit to warm up to we saying talking to people, but once they got warmed up, they were great. But so
I know. I was like, you guys need to be a little more pushy. Just give it to them. Just give it to them.
Yeah.
Those were JP2 kids, right?
at
Yeah.
mine, it was Barnstable High School kids.
Oh, okay. Did anybody have JP2 Honor Society kids with them?
I think those people were mostly at the food pantry, like
Okay.
serving food and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I'd like to echo what George was saying. Great job organizing and collaborating with the Honor Society too. That was just fantastic. It was a good vibe all day. Everybody was very giving, and you guys did a great job organizing that. It was looking forward to the next one. That was fantastic.
Yeah. Definitely want to do one again next year for with them.
Yeah, and I think next year, like, so the person who runs it, who runs like the food pantry, is her name's Sue, and she like they do like one for like the Yarmouth food drive like earlier in the year. They do it like around like the holidays. You guys, I think I was talking about it at one point, but I don't know. She was like I don't know. She was saying stuff about ours. Like she was a little disappointed in like what we had, which I thought that was crazy because like I don't know. It was our first time and stuff, and it's like
No,
different being in Yarmouth because we're not in Yarmouth. And when people see the Yarmouth food pantry, they're like, oh, I don't want to donate there because I live in Barnstable or whatever. So I just think next year advertising would probably be like in marketing it a little bit more would be important just so people know that it's like a legit thing. You know what I mean? So that's my only thing.
another consideration I would like to suggest is we now have a food bank in the Barnstable High School. So maybe we can consider donating that to them, donating it to them.
Yeah, for sure.
They just opened
I
up
didn't even know
a
that.
month ago.
Wait, where is
Yeah.
it?
It's in the high school. So I don't know exactly where they drive in to get the food or anything like that, but yeah, it's in the high school. I know Andre King was involved in it. I don't know exactly who else, but Dave Babideau from the food services at the high school. And yeah, it's right. I mean, it's right in our own doors, at the high schools.
Where is it in the high school, Gino? Is it by the bank? Where the bank is?
I
Where the
want to
bank
say
was?
I'm not exactly sure. I can't answer that, but
Okay.
yeah, that's something to consider maybe for next year. Instead of going to the Yarmouth Food Bank, we keep it right here in town. And
Yeah, and it's also just keep in mind that like almost 50% of the people that go to the Yarmouth Food Pantry are from Barnstable
Right.
too. So it's not
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's just Yarmouth people.
Yeah, and it was funny because a lot of the outreach, like when we talked about it there, because a couple people said, "Oh, the Yarmouth Food Pantry, that's great." Then they saw that it serves so many Barnstable people; they didn't really understand that. So
Yeah. That's what like I don't know when we were handing it when we were making the flyers, like that's what we were trying to emphasize, but I think it did kind of go over some people's heads. So I don't know. If you guys were to do it again next year, that would be good to emphasize, I think.
yeah,
So yeah, I think that's all I had to say.
yeah. No, I think great job, Connor. Great job, Lake. Great job, Sophie. Great job. Everyone who was there. I don't, I wasn't at my one location, so I don't know who everyone else was at the other ones, but it was awesome.
I'm very proud of you guys for organizing that and having it run so well. I'm sorry that I couldn't make it. I didn't realize that I had a tournament that day until the week before because they didn't tell us. And so I'm very sorry that I couldn't be there, but I'm really glad that it went well. Next we have One Love. So I emailed Miss Val at SJP and she did not like that I emailed her. She was like I was like, hey, do you want to do One Love at SJP? She's like, I don't know. I'm really gonna have to think about it. I know there's some youth commission kids at SJP. They can come talk to me themselves. I was like,
I'll go talk to her about it. Me and Maddie can go sometime this week. Yeah.
And then I knew, like, I always have known that she's been kind of iffy about it. So, if you guys could talk to her, that would be great.
Yeah.
I
Me and Delaney had to talk to her for a while last year about it, so I'll just do the same thing.
Okay. And then for Barnstable, Mary, I know you said that you would be able to talk to whoever at Barnstable. I wasn't sure who to reach out to, but if you could talk to them or if you already have about doing One Love again, same thing, and then talking about what grades they would want to do there because we've done seniors and we've done sophomores. So,
Well, we did the seniors that graduated and the now juniors,
yeah, I
meaning that we
meant,
skipped the current seniors. But
yeah.
either that's a sacrifice we're willing to make because they've already gone through a lot, or we try and push for that because
Yeah.
the current sophomores and freshmen are kind of immature. I think it'll be a little worse. But that's not why I unmuted. I haven't had the chance to talk to Miss Friedman, but I know she's wicked busy and she's like retiring this year or
Okay.
like at the end. But I'll like I'll talk to her. I'll try and make a meeting with her. I'm sure
Okay.
she'll definitely say yes because she's very supportive.
Okay.
But like I'll definitely let her know.
Okay. That would be great. And then I reached out to Falmouth Academy. Delaney sent me the contact for the head of school at Falmouth Academy, so I reached out to them. And I'm just waiting to hear back. But it went well last year and they were very inviting to us when like we were done last year, to do it again this year. So I don't think that they would say no. I just kind of have to work on the date for that and like the dates for the other ones. So when I have more details, I will bring them up. But we only wanted to do FA, SJP, and Barnstable with like the youth commission, right?
I think so. Yeah. And to be honest with you, like we're getting to the point where it's getting kind of late in the year.
Yeah,
So like if it doesn't work out at Barnstable, it's not the end of the world. Because again, like Mary said, the principal's retiring, which means
yeah.
they're going to go through another regime change, which means there's going to be kind of a crush to get to the end of the year.
Yeah.
So if this doesn't happen this year, it's okay. All right.
Okay.
Don't put the pressure on yourselves if you're not sure we could pull this one off. All right. I'd rather make sure we pull out something that's worth it than throw something together.
Okay.
All right.
Um,
So we could try it, but I'm sorry.
Just out of curiosity, it would be sophomores for every school, right?
I
no,
think so. Oh,
Falmouth
no.
Academy. Falmouth Academy is seniors.
Okay.
And
Yeah, is JP2 and Barnstable sophomores?
Barnstable might be seniors too.
We miss a
I'd
grade
say,
last
like,
year.
We never did the senior class at Barnstable. That's seniors this year, but we did
Oh,
the
that's right. With the juniors.
sophomores last year. And Mary said that the sophomores and the freshmen at Barnstable this year are like not gonna handle it well. So
Because I'm just like, I don't know if the sophomores at my school would handle it well either.
what class have we done all of the classes at SJP that
I
aren't
can't remember. I don't remember if we did one or two last year.
I don't know if we did my grade.
Did we do Maddie? Do you remember if we did our grade? I like can't remember. I can talk to Miss Val, but
I'm pretty sure we did 2 last year.
okay. I don't know how well the sophomores at my school would handle it.
Okay.
I can talk to Miss Val about that. I'm sure she'll have some input on what class we give it to anyway. So we'll figure it out.
Okay. Anything else about One Love or questions about it from anyone? Okay. Next is Renee King at the Barnstable.
Not here.
Nope. Okay.
She kept asking to come. She's never showed up.
She's not here. Um, and then do we have any other new business?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I just
Like,
thought I would say something really quickly. So I went to the I don't think I've talked about this yet, but I went to the Save Dustin Beach meeting. I don't think I talked about that, right?
Piper's coming in.
Yeah. So I went to that like I guess it was a couple weeks ago now. It was maybe even 3. But it was like weird. I thought I went late and I thought it was like kind of like a table thing where like you went around and got information from different people. But it was actually like a 4-hour long like sit down, like speakers came and talked. So I was there for like an hour and a half probably. And they had some really good information. I don't know if at this point in the year and like I don't know. There's a lot of information to kind of like look over with or like with both sides, and I don't really think I'm prepared to like I don't know figure that out within the next 3 months and like do something with them. So I was just thinking we could kind of just like let it go, or if somebody wanted to take that on next year, then that would be a good thing to do. But
Yeah, no, I think you're right. Like, I think letting it go right now, to be honest with you, we had the avant-garde people, and they were, they were good. The information was good and stuff like that. But I know there is some concern about like pursuing information on this. So I think we should probably just let this go now and just kind of let it slide for the rest of the year.
yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I had to say. Thank you.
Yeah.
Does anybody else have anything? George?
No, I'm good. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. I apologize for the February snowstorm and then the Valentine's Day mess, and that cost us our last in-person meeting. But looking forward to seeing you guys on Wednesday. And please, a reminder, please send me your hubs, and if you need a note to get out of school, and I'll get you that note. And make sure you wear your sweatshirts or t-shirts, stuff like that, and be ready to work. All right, because we need the people that are going to be there to be ready to work, because we have to make sure people enter in their data properly. We have to make sure that we capture as much as we can to give away a couple prizes too. So, all right.
All right. Who would like to make a motion to adjourn the meeting?
Also, hello, Piper.
Hi, Piper.
Make a motion to adjourn the meeting, like O'Reilly.
Mary Steinhover seconds.
Great. Now let's vote. Maddie Boyle,
Yes.
Megan Garthy,
Yes.
Daniel Gomes,
Yes.
Wanda Grant,
Wanda. I think that was a yes.
all right, Piper,
Yes.
Flynn Cajun, yes, Sophie Macnick,
Yes.
Connor O'Reilly,
Yes.
Blake O'Reilly,
Yes.
Michaela Stanfel,
Yes.
Mary Steinberg.
Yes.
Perfect. The meeting on February 27th is adjourned.